name's Nicola, welcome back to my channel. I blog over at the Frugal Cottage all about budgeting, money saving and everything in between really. If you're new here then welcome, it's nice to see you, and if you're not new then welcome back and thanks for joining me again. So another week is over, so I'm going to do my cash envelope stuffing for the 4th and final week of September. I'll be honest, this last week I have fallen off the wagon slightly. I don't know if you follow me over on Instagram, I posted about that yesterday. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to try and get back on track this week. The thing that keeps getting me at the moment is the fact that I keep popping to like Asda for milk or bananas or yogurts or something like for the kids mainly like that. And I'm just tempted by all the deals, I suppose you'd call them, like, you know, the things on the end of the aisle, mainly junk food. I at the moment cannot seem to resist those, but it's having a big impact on my food budget, which I'm hopefully going to upload that tomorrow, my budget overview for the last couple of weeks, because to be quite honest it is not going as well as the start of the month, but there we go. Anyway, so we're back to cash envelopes today. So I've had a couple of messages about my binder, by the way. I will leave the links below to the binder and to the plastic envelopes inside. They're both just from Amazon, but I'll leave a link below to those so that you can easily find them if you want to look at those. I am still really loving them, and I just made the little inserts on the computer and print them out and cut them and put them in. So we'll get them out of here. So I'm going to talk about the 6 variable expenses that I have cash envelopes for. If you've not watched any of my videos before, and obviously if you have, then you'll know what my setup is. But yeah, so for example, I know this already. There is money left in this food envelope, for example, but I have had to add extra. I put extra in because I went over budget. There's no other reason for that other than I went over budget. So yeah, so it's not worked out quite as well as I'd hoped. Anyway, so you can see there's 5, 6, 8, 9, there's over £9 in that food envelope, but that's extra that went in during the week. It's not left over from last weekend when I did this for the for the week. So I don't know whether to keep that in there or not. I cannot get a grip. And do you know what? It's all down to me. It's nobody else in this household that does the food shop. I do it, and I'm the one that kind of pops to get stuff. So the overspend on food is purely down to me. And I said on my Instagram post yesterday, it's not helping my waistline either, because it's all kind of junk food I'm buying. It's not. I get the things I intend to go for, and then I get other stuff as well, and it's just not going to plan. So I don't know whether to. I'll probably keep that in there. Although I was thinking I might try and start saving my £5 notes and do like a little savings challenge. I used to do £2 coins, but do you know what? I never get £2 coins. I always just get pound coins and change now, so maybe it might be £5. Anyway, so for food for this week, I'm going to put £80 in there. Now that is because 20, 40, 60, 80. I obviously need to buy more when I go food shopping in the first instance, in the hopes that it will then, this sounds really bad, in the hopes that it will then keep me from the shop for the rest of the time. So like, for example, milk we run out of quite regularly, and I buy the biggest milk thing you can get from the supermarket, which always seems massive. And yet one of those, especially the milk for the boys, we get the blue top milk for those, it does not last them quite a week. It kind of lasts about 5 days-ish, because they still have milk on a morning and an evening, and obviously on breakfast and things. It goes quite quickly. But I haven't bought 2 of those, for example, because that just seems like an awful lot, but maybe that's what I need to do. So I'm going to put £80 in there, so that leaves me with nearly £90 for this week. And I write about how well I do with food budgeting and I keep it to kind of £50 a week. And normally I don't have a problem with that, but recently, especially since I've been recording these videos, I can't seem to stick to that at all. So I need to have a bit of a refocus, but that's the food budget for this week. we'll leave that as that. Miscellaneous, there's £10, £11, 75 in there. I don't know, actually we need to stock up on a couple of things, because I know, for example, we need dishwasher tablets this week and they're expensive. Or I did it where I got the cheaper, like, non-branded ones, and do you know what, it just didn't work as well, and then I was having to put stuff back in the dishwasher, which totally defeated the point, or washing them. So I need dishwasher tablets, I also need dishwasher salt and the rinse aid, and all that will probably be like over £10. So for the miscellaneous budget, I also need toilet roll, kitchen roll, we need cat food. I'm going to put £20 in there for this week, because I think that's going to be quite a, that's like a, things have run out all at the same time. You know that always happens, doesn't it? So you need, like, oh, we need toothpaste as well, just remembered. So I think the miscellaneous one this week might be quite, for that category, quite a big spend, but that's all. And if you watch my video, which should be up tomorrow, I've gone over budget on my miscellaneous category, because our microwave decided to stop working last week, and we use a microwave for all sorts of things, so we just went out and bought a new one. So we're over budget on that area as well. But that's for miscellaneous. Petrol, oh, my petrol has got the red light on, which makes me always really nervous. Always really nervous. And this petrol envelope is empty. I'm going to put £40 in here. I think I'll go over that. No, I won't. I think that'll be it. I never put £40 in, but the red light is on and has been on for like a couple of journeys, so it's definitely like nearly empty, and it makes me very anxious. So I put, and also I'll end up doing a bit more driving next weekend, so that's definitely going to be needed. I'm not over budget with my petrol, even with that in there, so that's okay. Children still has, what's that, £12 now. Last weekend, again, if I manage to get this video uploaded tomorrow, I'll explain more detail. Last weekend I had to do a card purchase for something to do with the kids. I needed to pay gymnastics fees and insurance, and I had enough money in the budget for the children's budget to pay for that, but I didn't have it in my envelope because I do it weekly. But yeah, so I'm going to just put, there's £10 in there, as you can see, and I'm going to put my final £10 into the children's one. I don't think we're doing very much this week, but then I say that every week and we always seem to spend money out of there. So that leaves over £22-ish, nearly £23 in there. Oh look, there's, says the person who just says she never gets £2 coins, there's a £2 coin, look. Anyway, so that's the children's budget for this next week. And then there are two final envelopes. Eating out, I am supposed to be still doing a no spend September, although you can obviously imagine it's not going quite as well as I'd hoped, but eating out still stays at 0, so there's nothing in there. And then clothes still has, what was it, why is there, this has £4.51 in, which seems like a really random amount to keep in there. I don't envisage having any clothes or needing to buy clothes this week. So I've not put any more in that, and that will just stay in there. And if that doesn't get touched, I will be under budget with the clothes budget for September, if nothing else. So yeah, so they are my 6 cash envelopes for the next week. I'm feeling okay about it. The only one I'm not feeling okay about is the food one, but that's quite a personal kind of thing that I need to work through, I suppose. So there we go, there are my 6 envelopes. That's for the next week for September, the last week in September. What's that? Oh, that's the fire, you can see that's just my binder. Also, someone was saying, oh, can you only get it in purple? I've got like a lilac-y colour, haven't I? Not that that shows up very well in here. You can get other colours of these, I just like that one. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on. I'm hoping that you're doing better than me. And, you know, this system does help, but it's those kind of unexpected expenses, so like the microwave breaking and we're having to pay it, that makes me feel like I've gone totally off track and then can stay completely off track. It really kind of messes up with my focus. Not that that gives me an excuse to eat all the chocolate that I feel like I've been eating lately. Anyway, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!